Hi there, this is Ronnie, Amber's Night, coming at you with another video. I thought I'd throw in my tuppence on this whole um, sexual entitlement argument which seems to have been stirred up in the wake of this terrible uh, murder spree from this young man who, it appears, went on his rampage because he was very shy and thought he was entitled to a sexual relationship, and because he couldn't get one because he was shy, he blamed women because they were making their own choices and wouldn't choose him, and he got so frustrated that he killed everyone. Before I actually address that issue, I'm going to address another one. In the aftermath of this tragedy, there have been a couple of pundits who have tried to blame the gay community for this. Hilariously, this is a man who was heterosexual, who showed no interest in uh, homosexuality at all, and yet it's gay people's fault. One person said that he had done it due to having latent homosexual tendencies. The other one, who's affiliated with the NRA, has blamed gay marriage. Stop blaming innocent people. It's bad enough 7 innocent lives have been lost as a result of this nut job, without you compounding that terrible tragedy by blaming the innocent. Fucking stop it. Main point. Sexual entitlement. There was a Young Turks video that I saw today. Supposedly, someone who is part of one of these pickup sites where you get tips on how to pick up women was essentially saying that the problem that this man had was that women go out and have sex with lots of guys that they find attractive, and the shy guys are being left behind, and it's understandable that they get frustrated. Several things to say, so I'll be very brief on them. Firstly, I don't care how frustrated you are. There is absolutely no justification for murder. I don't care how frustrated you are. It doesn't justify murder. It doesn't justify going on a massacre. It doesn't justify one death, let alone 7. There is no justification. There is no reason for it. There is no logical progression to it. He was just a violent nutjob who went out and killed a lot of people. Now, maybe he was sexually frustrated. Tough. Quite frankly. Tough. Maybe he was shy. Unfortunate. Socially awkward. Unfortunate. Maybe he was extremely frustrated that he saw women going with other guys who maybe had, to use the terminology, who had game. Hate that word, but you know, in that context, but we'll use it because it's in the sort of popular lexicon now. But here's the thing. I am someone who is socially awkward and shy. I go often years between sexual partners. I know firsthand how frustrating it can be. I know how depressing it can be. And it doesn't matter. For 2 reasons. One, as I say, there's no justification for murder. It doesn't matter how frustrated you are. Learn to use your right hand. If you're that bloody frustrated. The other thing is this whole idea of sexual entitlement. You are not entitled to sex. No one is entitled to sex. I'm not entitled, you're not entitled. No one is entitled to sex. No one has the right to sex. And that includes married couples. No one has the right to sex. If you want to have sex and the other person doesn't, then you just gotta, just, again, you know, deal with it and then just have to accept it. If you push and do it anyway, it's rape. I don't care if you're married to them, dating them, first night with them. I don't care. It's rape. This idea that men are entitled to be sexual predators and women aren't is again utter baloney. Either all genders are allowed to be sexually promiscuous or none are. In my opinion, all are. People who are shy, socially awkward, we have to learn to deal with our shyness and social awkwardness, and find ways of find coping mechanisms in order to meet women or men if you're that way inclined, and find a way of making a connection. It's not easy. Anyone who tells you that it is easy has either never went through it or is quite simply stupid or lying, because it's not easy. I haven't found out how to do it yet. And I just, as I say, I often go years without. But I'm not entitled to sex. No one is entitled to it. You're not entitled to it. I'm not entitled to it. And I think the problem that we have in society is that we are making it sound like we are entitled somehow. That somehow everyone is entitled to a sex life. Everyone, I believe, everyone should know love, romantic love, sexual love. Everyone should know that intimacy if they get a chance. But that's not the same as being entitled. You are entitled to sex if you meet someone you wish to have sex with and they wish to have sex with you, and providing, of course, you're not breaking a law by doing so. But short of that, you're not entitled, mate. Now, you can be frustrated. God knows I am. You can be despondent about your chances of ever finding anyone. God knows I am. But you're not entitled to it. Stop, we've got to get off this idea that everyone has the right to sex. Because once you start saying people have a right to sex, you start excusing those who take it without permission, those who rape. It's a short sort of slide down to that path, and no, you're not entitled to it. That's all I've got to really say on the subject. I just wanted to put a guy's perspective out on it. I'm sure there's many a guy will put a similar message, but I just want to be one of the guys who did it.